Amazon's secret plan to disrupt the world with robots. The year is 2030. You open up your Amazon app and see an update. The company has now mastered drone delivery, and you can get your order in under 10 minutes. But what if we told you that it doesn't stop there? In the background, a warehouse worker is loading a cargo drone full of packages that will be delivered by the end of the day. But this warehouse isn't like any other. It's completely automated with robots doing all of the work. In fact, one of these warehouses might be able to deliver all of the products that you ordered today. This isn't some science fiction movie. This is what Amazon is currently working on. What's up? Today we'll be taking a look at the scary robot warehouse that will change e-commerce forever, and how far Amazon is willing to go to become the biggest player in the industry. In early 2021, Amazon announced that they were opening their first Amazon Robotics fulfillment center in Florida. This wasn't just any fulfillment center, it was one of the most advanced facilities the world had ever seen. The main difference between this and other Amazon warehouses was that it didn't have any human workers. All of the jobs from picking and packing orders to driving forklifts were done by robots. At first glance, the facility looked like any other Amazon warehouse, but once inside, it became clear that this place was completely different. For starters, there weren't any workers walking around the floor with scanners. Instead, there were robots driving around the aisles looking for orders to fulfill. These robots use advanced sensors to navigate the warehouse and avoid obstacles. They can travel at high speeds, but when they approach a human, they automatically slow down to prevent any accidents. Once a robot finds an order to fill, it uses a mechanical arm to pick up the products and load them onto a conveyor belt. The products then travel to a packing station where a robot arm scans the items and affixes the correct labels. Once the order is packed, it's placed on a cart that is driven by another robot to the shipping area. There, a human worker loads the carts onto a trailer where they are sent to the post office or a delivery center. The main benefit of using robots in the warehouse is that they don't need breaks, vacations, or weekends off. In fact, the Amazon Robotics warehouse in Florida is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This means that Amazon can ship more orders in less time, which reduces costs and increases efficiency. Another benefit of using robots is that they don't make mistakes. Unlike humans, robots follow directions precisely and never get distracted. This means that every order is filled correctly the first time, which reduces the number of returns and exchanges. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are also some drawbacks to using robots in the workplace. One of the most common concerns is that robots will eventually replace human workers. While it's true that robots can do many tasks that humans do, they're not yet capable of replacing all human workers. However, as technology advances, this may change. Another concern is that robots are expensive to purchase and maintain. This can be a barrier to entry for small businesses, which could lead to more consolidation in the industry. So far, Amazon hasn't released any data on how much its robot warehouses save the company per year. However, we know that Amazon is spending billions of dollars on robotics research and development. So it's safe to say that the company is seeing some major cost savings. The rise of robot warehouses also means that workers will need to learn new skills to stay relevant. Many warehouse workers will be able to operate robots or maintain their software. However, some workers who don't adapt will likely be replaced by machines. Although the transition to robot warehouses will be difficult for some, it's ultimately inevitable. Consumers want faster, cheaper shipping, and robots are the best way to achieve that. As more companies adopt robots in their warehouses, the shipping process will become faster and more efficient than ever before. We could even see same-day shipping become the norm rather than the exception. Amazon's not the only company investing in warehouse robots. In fact, many of the biggest retailers in the world are racing to automate their supply chains. Walmart, for example, recently invested in a startup called Alert Innovation. The company develops advanced sorting systems that use robots to quickly sort packages into trucks. Target, meanwhile, has been testing out self-driving forklifts in its warehouses. And Alibaba has developed a robot called ET that can pick up and pack orders. But Amazon's got a big head start, and the company isn't slowing down anytime soon. In fact, Amazon just announced plans to open a new Amazon Robotics fulfillment center in Kentucky. The 1 million square foot facility will create 1,000 new jobs. That's right, 1,000 new jobs for humans. But why does Amazon need more jobs when the company is trying to automate everything? Well, it turns out that robots can't do everything yet. For example, robots aren't very good at dealing with unexpected items. If a warehouse worker places an item in the wrong bin, it can throw off the entire system. Robots aren't very good at adapting to changes either. If there's a sudden increase in demand for a product, robots can't quickly ramp up production. This is where human workers are still needed. Humans can deal with unexpected items, make quick decisions, and adapt to changes in demand. That's why Amazon is still hiring warehouse workers, even though the company is investing heavily in automation. It might seem counterintuitive, but Amazon needs both robots and humans in its warehouses. Now let us take a look at some of the robots that are being used in Amazon's warehouses. I've already mentioned some of them, but there are many more that are worth highlighting. First, there's the Kiva system, which is used to move large numbers of products around the warehouse. The system consists of shelves that are mounted on wheels. A robot drives up to the shelf and picks it up. Then it takes the shelf to the next station, where a worker can pick or pack orders. Another robot that's commonly used in Amazon warehouses is the Amazon Robotics drive unit. This robot is used to transport carts around the warehouse. It can travel at high speeds, but it can also avoid obstacles. This is important in a busy warehouse where there are often workers and other equipment moving around. The drive unit is also equipped with a camera so it can monitor the status of the cart and make sure it's safe to drive. A newer addition to the Amazon Robotics family is the Amber Pack. This robot is used to pack customer orders. It uses a combination of cameras and sensors to identify the products that need to be packed. Then it uses its robotic arms to pick up the products and place them in the correct packaging. As you can see, Amazon is constantly developing new ways to automate its warehouses. The company is on track to dominate the e-commerce industry thanks to its relentless focus on efficiency. But what does this mean for consumers? Will we see lower prices or faster shipping, or both? Well, that remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, Amazon is not going to slow down anytime soon. Now let's talk about what Amazon's plans for the future are. The company has already made huge progress in automating its warehouses, but CEO Andy Jassy says that there's still a lot more to do. In fact, Jassy says that Amazon is just getting started with warehouse automation. The company is exploring new ways to use robotics and artificial intelligence to improve efficiency. One area that Amazon is focusing on is computer vision. Computer vision is a type of AI that allows machines to see and interpret images. This technology could be used to identify defects in products or to pick up delicate items. Another area that Amazon is investing in is natural language processing. Natural language processing is a type of AI that allows machines to understand and generate human language. This technology could be used to automate customer service or to help workers in the warehouse. In addition to investing in new technologies, Amazon is also acquiring companies that can help the company further automate its warehouses. In 2021, Amazon acquired a company called Whole Foods for $13.7 billion. Whole Foods is a grocery store chain that has a lot of experience in logistics. Amazon is using Whole Foods' expertise to improve its own logistics network. What do you think of the future of Amazon? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video.